guys, welcome to ANX Gamecast, level 106. I'm Unbiased Ann, I'm here with Genesis and Terence. How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Good. Sound like you almost forgot my name again.
Genesis? I had to just make sure I had the perfect...
Oh, you gonna start? Okay. All right.
You know, you had to take a pause and then...
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway.
Anyway, what are you guys excited to talk about today?
Terence?
Doom?
Mm-hmm. Which one? The first one?
No, Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. I guess I'm excited to talk about, again, I think it's always going to be round two, the conversation, especially today's conversation. I'm coming for you. Not really, but what you got?
Doom?
Yeah. Not Dragon Ball Z?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the social media thing real quick. Follow us at ANX Gamecast everywhere. Social media, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and YouTube. If you want your podcast a little bit differently, you want it served up on a different platter. We got video. We got video of this podcast that you're listening to. It's available on YouTube, AVersion TV. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, whatever it says, and hit the notification bell so you'll be first to know when we get, when we drop all the new videos. Let's jump right into
round one.
Let's talk about the anime we're currently watching.
Terence.
What you got?
So I haven't been watching anything.
You haven't been watching nothing?
Mm-mm.
Just CNN all day, huh?
That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah, basically. And there's some stuff that came out today. Some stuff I need to catch up with, and maybe some things that came out during the week. But I have just not been interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear that.
I know your microphone is just a little bit too high. I'm bringing down that.
Fourth wall.
Just a little. Hey. All right. Anyway. So lots of CNN, a lot of coronavirus, a lot of COVID-19, no anime.
Unbiased Ann.
What you got?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
So what are you thinking now that you're like into it? I mean, you're not like real deep, but it's more than a little bit, more than just a couple episodes you've watched.
Yeah, I mean, I still like it. I'm at the point now where Piccolo has dropped off Gohan, middle of nowhere, and
Okay.
he's crying.
Shout out.
Golly, that kid. And then Piccolo's kind of still watching over him. He just doesn't know. And then the full moon comes and he turns into a big old ape or whatever he is, gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, Goku's still running on the snake, and
It's family friendly.
And
So what do you think about it?
I know, but I'm just trying to like give everybody an idea.
Okay.
And I forgot his name. Oh, Krillin is trying to get the guts to tell Chi-Chi that her child is gone and her husband's dead.
Okay. Well, I think that already happened.
No, that was in this episode. Remember?
Roshi ended up doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm ready to get past Gohan crying all the time.
Oh, well, that's all of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
No, when he gets older.
Much older.
Yeah, when he gets... Oh, so, okay.
Well, and when he gets... I'm not even going to spoil it. But
Okay.
even though I think you've already seen a little bit... No, I think the Gohan that you've seen in Super is a tad bit different from how he is at the end of Z, even though the ages are similar, right?
Yeah.
It's a tad bit different.
Because he's like a professor or something, right? Or a teacher.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I do like it. What I don't like, and Terrence, you won't be able to relate to this because you watch it subbed, but on the dubbed, I'm used to Bulma having a different voice.
Okay.
Her voice in the beginning is different, and Chi-Chi has a different voice too, and it annoys me, but I like the story.
The only thing that annoys me is that the voice actors, I don't want to say were bad, they just weren't as good.
Yeah, they weren't as good.
And the only one that kind of was decent is Roshi's voice. Everybody else's voice is, I don't, it could be just the way they recorded it. Right.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but it just, I was like, woo, that's bad. It's kind of choppy.
Yeah.
Piccolo's is okay, but like everybody else is just bad. This is kind of bad voice acting right now.
Yeah.
But, it was 4 years ago when they were dubbing these, something like that. So that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, I'm still watching Neon Genesis because it's dope. Period.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was good for its time.
No, it's dope now. Go for its time. Get out of here. Like we finally got to the point where I'm finally at the point where most animes do this, right? They have like a recap episode to kind of show you what happened over the past, whatever, right? So that's what happened. They spent half the episode recapping everything that went on as far as when the new kids showed up to pilot what Ava and who they fought. Cool. But then it started getting into the weird anime stuff that I like. You had to pay attention in Neon Genesis, just generally speaking, or maybe you wouldn't know what was going on. Maybe. I'm talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just from a default standpoint, you got Ava's fighting angels, right? I guess everybody could get that, and that's good versus bad. Now we're starting getting into the psychological aspect of it and more of the meaning of life in general, meaning of self. What am I doing here? What is my purpose? What is the point of all this? And I was like, yeah, like this is where Neon Genesis gets real dope. Outside of just Ava's fighting angels, like whatever. Like we talked about this with Mike B a little bit. That's not really the main point of the show. That's the main part of the action, but that's not the main point of the show. So anyway, that's what I'm watching. I don't know why Terence hates on, good anime, but loves some My Hero.
And this is what's so funny about it.
Tell me the haha.
The Dragon Ball that you're watching with Gohan crying all the time.
Yeah.
The main character in this one cried all the way up until like the last.
In what one?
Neon Genesis.
Shinji hadn't cried in 10 episodes.
He is a crybaby. And he...
and again, we talked about this also. Nothing is happening to Gohan right now. He had to eat some sour apples and started crying. Nothing happened to Midoriya. Nothing happened. Shinji, like half the world is destroyed. Half of the planet is destroyed. And it's up to him to literally go out.
In English, then that's maybe why I don't watch it. But that one was in English, and I've never seen it in dub or subtitles. But and maybe that's why it turned me off. Is it an excellent anime? Yes, it is an excellent. To the point where they've given 3 movies to kind of explain a lot of the stuff that like he was talking about. But he is a whiner. And even when he gets to the point where he's not really.
So here's the difference though. Like I've just pointed out, the animes you like, the people whine and cry but don't have a reason to. The one I'm watching, there is a reason, but you want to say that's the reason why you don't watch it because he whines and cries. So that doesn't make sense.
What can you say, or how can you dictate what's worth crying for?
Well, when there's absolutely zero, nothing has ever happened to you. That's not.
What does Midoriya cry about?
When he was quirkless, so it was his whole issue was because he was quirkless, didn't have anything. It was a problem.
That does sound funny because he's quirkless.
He's quirkless, and so that was his.
I mean, anytime All Might would show up and just say something and pose, he would start crying. I mean, come on, man.
I don't remember that, but okay.
But
I'm not saying that he's not a whiner. Most of the characters are a whiner.
Yeah.
It's just how much. Well, except for Dragon Ball Z, but most.
Well, I mean, technically, Gohan was supposed to be the lead character of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really?
But that just didn't work out. That didn't pan out.
So
technically, right now where she's at, the main character is whining.
Right. So yeah, most lead characters they are, or Death Note, there are where the main characters aren't whiny. But most, But most of the mainstream ones, the lead character, Attack on Titan, the lead characters are very whiny. Now, something has happened to them. Something happened to them over the course of it. Maybe something serious or more on this side, like in Neon Genesis, or maybe something in the middle where you are just happy that you got to this point, but you're still whiny. He's not. He can be whiny.
I mean, I get why Gohan would be crying. He's 4 or whatever. He's a little kid. I get that. That's kind of crazy to drop a kid off in the middle of nowhere, and your dad just died, and you don't know what's going on,
and you're strong enough to beat up dinosaurs.
But it's just the way that they do it. It's so annoying. He's like, wah, wah.
And it's every episode. It's like, can we get on? Let's get past this.
Right.
They even included it in the game. That whine, Daddy, you too far.
Yes, exactly. They did,
and it turned me. It was like a turn off. Yeah. It was like,
shut it.
I guess I can watch it in the anime, but when I have to play, and most of the games we play, there is no lead character that's that whiny.
Yeah.
They don't really incorporate that into the game.
Except in Persona. I'm just joking. Right. I just made that up.
Because at that time, when the first Persona came out, we didn't have any talking. The lead person in a Persona.
I shouldn't even. He's not about to go off by Persona. I shouldn't even say that.
I'm not even.
Hey.
I'm not even.
You know what that means.
Round 2.
Round 2.
I'm not in the mood.
Let's see what we got in round 2. Conversation. I want to have a conversation with Terence. We haven't had this conversation before, I don't think. So I want to talk to Terence because this ties right into Doom Eternal, because we decided to review Doom Eternal because that's something Terence wanted to play. He's like, I'm getting Doom Eternal. Let's play it. Cool. I haven't played Doom in, what did I say last night?
some years.
25 years. I guess the original Doom I played on one of my mom's friends at work. I had a computer or something and I was playing on it in black and white.
A PC game?
Yeah.
What?
It's PC.
PC game. So I would have never, ever played this if it wasn't for Terence. So my question to Terence is, how do you come to, how do you decide on which games you're going to buy and which ones you don't? So I'm not dissing you. Because I will. I will.
You will attempt.
I will attempt. Okay. So that's not what I'm not trying to dig here. I really want to know, because from the outside looking in, me being the outside, it seems like you just will buy anything.
And I won't. But most of the time when I look for a game, it has to be something that I played before, have some knowledge on. Personas, we'll use Personas. I played pretty much every Persona there is. I like the story.
I told you I shouldn't say nothing about Persona.
He opened up that door. But I've also like a lot of the Dragon Quest because I grew up with RPGs. Mm-hmm. So the RPGs are something that I really enjoy playing with it, because when we talked on one of our weeklies about games people should play while at quarantine, Dragon Quest 11 was one of those games.
So I'm gonna ask you about a very specific game, because I didn't play it, but I'm assuming it was bad. We reviewed State of Decay 2. Mm-hmm. You played State of Decay. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that State of Decay 2 was better than State of Decay.
It was.
But State of Decay 2 was awful. So that tells me that State of Decay was super awful. So based off this super awful game, State of Decay, why would you ever want to play that or buy it? Or I don't understand. So
let me I'll give you a breakdown into Call of Duty, a lot of the Tom Clancy games. I play a lot of games because I have people we play together. And so even like today, I talked to a friend of mine and we are going to get the expansion, Warlords of New York, for the Division 2. So I have a group that we play together. And a lot of the games that I have played here recently have been focused on squad-based.
So peer pressure.
No, I like squad-based games.
It's peer pressure.
So I get that because you like to play with other people.
Yeah, we can have a conversation, shoot a fat, what's going on, how was your week?
But when do you put the foot down and say, hey, friend, shout out, whoever you are, State of Decay was awful. I don't want to play State of Decay 2. I don't care if it's super multiplayer. Like, I don't want to play this. Like, it's trash. I'm not wasting 40. I don't think it was 60. It was 40, 50.
It was 40.
Well, it was
39.
50. It was 50 for like a
deluxe.
For the deluxe.
And it was 44.
So I don't want to spend $40 or $50 on State of Decay 2 because the first one was trash. Like, I'd rather just call you on the phone and we can chit chat if I don't have to be subjected to playing State of Decay 2 because it was bad. But who puts the foot down?
But that was the problem. Is with that is that's one game. And you're always going to have one game that is horrible.
$50.
Mine didn't cost. Mine cost $40.
Well, I'm just saying.
You bought the deluxe.
That's still.
And we played it.
It wasn't free.
No, it wasn't free. We played it. I probably had some trade-in credit that I used for, but we played it, and it wasn't good, and we stopped playing. And I could say the same for Sea of Thieves.
Keep on, because I want to keep naming them.
Sea of Thieves, but these are all multiplayer games you can play with other people,
and these are all games that I would never even touch.
Right. So
I wouldn't even look at it.
But Sea of Thieves made a comeback, somewhat of a comeback, because they started adding a lot of content and people started playing again. The thing about it is this: what you put in your coffee or your tea may not be what everybody else is putting in theirs.
But how do you decide when, like, let's say there's 3 games out at the same time that you like, and there's people that are like, oh, well, I want to play together. Let's play together. But you don't really, you have to choose, because who has $240 to drop?
Pretty much. So we don't really.
No, 180. I'm sorry.
180. About 180.
Yeah, for 3
185,
games.
we'll say.
Yeah.
After tax. So all of those I don't get. The good thing about Sea of Thieves, and if I had waited another week, State of Decay is the Game Pass. And I actually could have got both of those for free, because they were both Microsoft products.
Yeah.
Not free, but I wouldn't have had to pay $40 and $60.
Way less.
So that was a bad one. But I'm not going to say that every game that I don't buy every game, but I do buy a lot. So I like to play games, but I like the option. And I think sometimes that's what gets me, is I want that option, but that option can be very expensive.
Yeah.
And so here recently, I haven't bought a lot. What's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. I think today I bought 3 games, and that's probably 3 games that I have bought in probably with the last couple of months.
Because the deal.
Because when I got Doom, I got Neo, but I had already played it. So for a month, if I get an average of 2 games, I'm okay. On one of the other podcasts that we did, the Shinjuku, the one underwater.
Oh, yeah.
$20. It's $20. I want to play it, but it's digital only. I'll probably wait till it goes $10. So don't get me wrong, I still want to play, just for the experience, but I don't want to play at the risk of buying it. And $20 is not that bad. So
this next statement is going to be the dig, because I mean, you be playing some stuff, man. You be wanting to play some stuff, and I'm just like, I keep going back to State of Decay, but that's back when we were doing trailer reviews, and we actually watched the trailer and made the decision to play this, and I'm like, this game looks awful. Like, there's nothing appealing about anything that we saw. Like, it looks terrible.
Well, I liked the idea. I liked the premise of what they were doing. I didn't realize at the time that even based on the trailer, like when I went back and watched it, I was like, okay, yes, this does look kind of low budget, and then it really wasn't that good. But I got sold on the idea or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I say about that. It was back when we did watching trailers. And so I can say State of Decay was one of the first. Division was the first multiplayer that I really, really put a little time in. And then we went to the Black Ops. And then we went to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. And then we went to the Division 2 and then Breakpoint. So I've beat 4 of those with the group I play with. And we bought expansions for all of those, and we've had fun. So for me, I like them. But for the solo dolo, those may not be something that garners your attention.
But my thing is, I don't think it has anything to do with solo dolo. Like, State of Decay 2 was a bad game, regardless if you play single player or multiplayer. Like, it doesn't matter. It was a bad game. Even though you might have had a decent experience because you played with the homies and y'all was talking about football and talking about pizza. They left the chicken off my pizza, inside joke. right? All that kind of stuff. That's cool, but that don't mean the game is good just because you had a decent experience playing with the homies. Like the game is still bad.
But
at the
same point, every game we play is not good. But that shouldn't stop you from what the word you just used, which is the experience.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. It sounds like for Terrence that he enjoys the experience of playing the game. He's not so much focused on like the mechanics and like making sure it's like the best game ever.
I do want some mechanics.
Right. But I mean, it seems like it's similar to if you go out with your friends to brunch and you're trying a new place and the food was not good at all, but y'all had a great time together. It's still like, hey, that was a good experience because we had so much fun.
I just won't go back.
We won't go there
But you
again.
went back because you played State of Decay 2 and you play State of Decay. That's what I'm saying. It's like...
Yeah, but years later.
Yeah, it was. They weren't.
Sometimes you're willing to give it another try. Hey.
And I won't play the game again. So, yes, I played it. Yes, it was not great. Yes, there's a lot of glitches. Yes, there was. And I didn't... And some of the things, like us going around shooting up zombies, I liked. That wasn't the problem. The vehicle, that wasn't a problem. What was problem is
everything else.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
So and then sometimes you get locked in a building, you couldn't get out. If you made too much loud noise, which I get, because in a post-apocalyptic world, we've never seen a Walking Dead or anything. Anytime there's noises made, they may be dead, but they still recognize the noise.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it was mechanically broken, and it was a broken game. And I'm not saying I'm going back. But at the same point, I played Fallout 76, which had its own set of issues.
Its own set of issues.
But I will play it again.
Way better than State of Decay 2.
And it was
like it's not.
What's the name? Was top down? Was it not top down?
Who?
Well, I'm trying to. State of Decay. Because
made by some company. You talking about the company who made it?
No. The play style, was it top down or was it third person? Yeah. So I don't intend. Like I said, I don't intend to go back. I probably will go back to 76, of course. Once they release all the stuff in April. But I bought a bad game before, so I'm okay. I bought Two Worlds, which is ranked as one of the worst games ever made.
Well, I guess
I tried it.
Well, I guess that's the difference for me. Like, not only do I try to not buy bad games, like I didn't even, before the podcast, I didn't even buy new games. Like it had to be something I was 110% sure of. For example, the Final Fantasy VII Remake would have 100% been a game that I bought new. Anything else? Yo, I'm waiting a couple weeks. I'm buying that used and maybe using a coupon. Like I'm not spending $60 on whatever the game is, Neo 2. I'm not spending $60 on that. If I really, really want to try it and I don't know much about it, I'm waiting. I'm getting it used. I'm using a coupon. I'm getting it for $35. Like 2 weeks after it comes out. I'm not spending $60 on that.
So would you spend $60 on Resident Evil?
Yeah. But that's already a thing. I already like Resident Evil 3, one of my favorite PlayStation games. 2, we already know the leaps and bounds they made with Resident Evil 2 as far as upgrading the graphics and the battle system.
See, and I think sometimes that's not a deterrent for me. Because I like indie games. I will play indie games.
Yeah, but indie games don't cost $60.
No, but indie games don't have the best graphics. And so in some games, and I don't say 64, but they may cost 44. An indie game is not always specifically going to be price pointed at $19. So I'm a little indifferent. I normally, because we've gone truly far away from traditional RPGs, which is what I played when I was younger. So I try to play a more of a wide variety, because in reality, if I stuck to RPGs, I probably wouldn't be playing much of anything. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the graphics not being. I'm
not. Just letting you know.
Why? That's okay.
I mean,
like I said, I want the whole package. I don't want no trash graphics. I can't do it.
And see, and that's not. And I don't think video games were made just specifically for graphics. They actually, if you got,
I didn't say it was just specific. I said I want the whole package.
But
I want the whole package.
And what's the whole package? What if that
sound, graphics?
What if that package didn't come with all of that?
Gameplay.
What if that package didn't come with all of that? What if
then I'm not playing it? Then it's trash. It's a crap game.
That's yeah.
It's
because you're a video game snob.
No, I
really feel like you are. And we don't really talk about that as much. That should be like a...
No, it's not. You see my surround sound out there. You see my 4K receiver. You see my 4K TV. I don't buy that to play no trash graphics. I can play that on a 720 monitor I got stuffed in the corner over there.
So that's still...
Get out of here. I want the full experience.
So that still sticks you same place because you have all of those things as a video game snob.
It's not.
Well, and I think it's a difference in personality in general because... You, Genesis, are very selective about almost everything in life. I mean, even if it's like, let's go eat at this place. He doesn't want to go if he's never been before. He doesn't know if the food's good. He's not, whereas, and we talked about this before, I grew up where I wanted to try everything.
I'm the same way.
Right. I wanted to experience everything. Right.
So I like to.
No. I mean, just in general, like sports, like going places, trying new things, all across the board. I always wanted to do something new, and I always wanted to try everything. And so when I did sports, I did basketball for a season, then I did soccer for a season, I did swimming, I did gymnastics, I did acting. I've done everything. He's the type of person where he picks one thing and he sticks with it. And he becomes really, really good at that one thing. And he's done that with several things. And I'm not really that good at anything. I'm like a little bit good at a lot of things. And I think I think you're probably more similar to me, just generally speaking, and not exactly. I'm just saying, though, you seem to like to just have the experience and try new things.
Sometimes, specifically certain things. So, like, I only played 3 sports. And 2 of them I was pretty good at, and one of them was just something to do.
Yeah. But with the games, I mean, because you like to try all the different, a lot more. You have a broader palette
because I have a broader selection
to choose from. Yeah, or you did.
I have a broader selection of friends, and so
okay,
and so usually the people that I play with
broader selection of friends than who.
And so and I'll finish my statement if you let me. So, what happens is I may have a couple friends who like to play this. Mm-hmm. But I may have another couple of friends who like to play this. So depending on what I'm playing or what I'm into at that time, it focuses on not just maybe say we use Doom, not just Doom or not just a fighting game per se. I may have a friend who does like. I'm trying to think if I do. State of Decay 2. But I had a friend who wanted to try. So, like I said, it's broader because I do have friends who will try. So you may have a selection of friends who are like, nope, that's not what
he doesn't play with his friends, so not online.
But here's the deal. Here's the thing that I keep hearing from you since we've had this conversation. It's almost time to move on from it. My friends play this. My friends play this. My friends play that. My friends. Okay. Sounds like you just playing whatever your friends are playing.
No, I play what I want to play too, but
it sounds like what you want to play is what your friends are playing. That's what it sounds like.
People of like mind.
Okay. And no disrespect, but I don't really care what my friends are playing. Like that's just how I pick my game solely.
But it's also because you don't play with your friends, and he does.
Yeah.
When I did,
which has probably been a long time ago,
when the online thing was first popping and blah 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 blah, all that kind of good stuff. Cool, I tried it out. This ain't for me, man. It was whack. The whole online experience is terrible, and it's still pretty much terrible. I just don't. Again, I say this a lot. I don't like relying on other people for my success in a game. If I play a game, I want to beat it. Like I'm trying to win. I'm trying to achieve a certain goal. I'm not here to hang out. Like we can go hang out on hang out.
And see, that's our different.
Yeah, y'all are just very different.
And so
with that.
And so like prime example, like when I played some of the Tom Clancy, I'm free and willy. I got my shotgun and I am in the front of everybody. And the other 2 people that I play with, or 3, they usually have different weapons. One is a sniper. My homeboy's wife is a medic. She usually is the one who heals us. And then I have another dude who's like mid. Mm-hmm. But I'm in the front. When I play with him,
you hide in the bathroom. and don't shoot nobody.
That was one time.
No, that was multiple matches.
That was one time. No,
and I was just like, you know what?
Hold on.
And this is why I don't play online, because you got people up here hiding in the bathroom for 20 minutes, not shooting nobody.
And this is a kid-friendly show, so it's not like what you think. But what I'm saying is, when we play Wolfenstein, I had to play different because he plays different.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like, I can randomly die in another game with my friends because a shotgun, usually you're in front of somebody, so you're probably gonna take more shots. With him, when I played with him, I had to play back more, and I had to really worry about my health, because you one of them kind of people I play with. Oh, you dead? All right. Well, let me search this building while you dead, and then when I in a minute I get back to you and I revive you. Oh, no. We had to play like that.
No, that's not true, because that game had automatic revival. Come on, stop it.
I'm just saying.
Stop it.
That game didn't have automatic revival. You just had.
Stop it.
Everybody had two hearts.
Right.
And it revolved around those two.
Stop it.
But at the same point, when I die or anything, we'll use Call of Duty.
Okay.
I died in Call of Duty, and here's all I heard. Oh, Terence, why you over there dying? Oh, what's going on? Why you over there dying? You making a team?
This dude KDR was like 0.18.
So, what does that mean to me?
0.18, not 1.8. That would be great. If you got 1.8, we win every match.
We are going to find another game to play
on ANX Versus.
Or throw it in there. Yeah. Or let's even go to the one that we all played. That's why when we play games, it's one that I have my mind and my heart have to be ready for, because he gonna give me high blood pressure. We play
and I'm gonna give you a win.
Mario Party?
Well, you already know.
and I'm gonna give you a win.
Terence gonna be on his deathbed talking about how you ruined the Mario Party.
Right. Put some dice in my coffin.
The time the time he played with me is the only time he got that W. I'm just saying.
No, I get W's all the time. Man, but playing with him is just like, are you serious?
Now we're talking about his high blood pressure. You know what that means?
Round three.
So
Don't use me.
I'm gonna just carry over a question. What made you decide to play Doom? Again, we already established this is not something that I would have played. Mm-hmm. Why did you want to play Doom?
So I would use this. I probably get caught up in the hype. The hype train. The hype train, because every time you see it, there was you killing demons, and you kill them in a Mortal Kombat style death. Mm-hmm. Smash stepping on heads, ripping out eyeballs. It looked really, really good. And then I played it. And then I died. Not once. And not twice.
Not twice. Not three times.
But many, many times.
Yeah.
I will say this. And I will still play it, because I will die more. Just like I did with the game we will not speak about. Mr. Postman.
Oh.
Which was another,
again, something I would have never touched. But here y'all, you and Mike B, here y'all come.
But the story was excellent.
Oh.
It was just the mechanics were horrible. Mm-hmm. And if you fail, you'd fall and die. So.
It's a Hideo Kojima game. It must be good. Get out of here.
So, but you like Metal Gear?
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid from 22 years ago.
You didn't like the last one?
One game? Nah, I haven't really liked any of them since.
Okay.
Honestly.
So, you like Snake Eater?
Kojima?
You like Snake Eater?
Nah, I wasn't feeling that. I like sneaking around in the dark. I don't like...
In the box?
Regardless of the box. I'm not sneaking around in the grass in the middle of the day. That's stupid to me, but okay.
So... I was thinking like, hey, I can play this game and I'll have fun. And I'm not going to say it was horrible like Dark Souls, but I died a lot. And I won't say it was unfun, but it became monotonous. And so yesterday when I came over here and you were like, hey, where you at? And I was like, psh, I done died so many times. I don't know if I'm off the first stage. Now, I got inspired last night because he was up in here killing demons. And I finished and I made it back to my ship. And now I'm dying again. Just on the same level of dying. Now, it's like I'll get to a checkpoint, I'll die a lot, and then I'll get to a checkpoint. Then I'll die a lot, and I'll get to another checkpoint. So slowly but surely, I'm getting where I need to be. But in the mix of all of that, I'm dying a lot. So I won't say it's not fun, because it is. But what I saw on the trailers and the videos, they didn't tell you and people have probably said to me, Doom is a hard game. It's a shooter, but you're gonna die a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say that it was fun. That's not the right word for me. It was exciting. There was always something happening. You can play that same battle. You talked about dying. I died too. You can play that same battle 2 and 3 times, and every time you play it, it can go a different way. So it was exciting from that standpoint. Fun, I don't know. I dislike platformers, and to a certain extent, this turned into a platformer.
It did.
I don't necessarily like puzzle games. Let me take that back. I like puzzle games that are in the puzzle genre.
Not when it
Bejeweled, Puzzle Quest,
a shooter that turns into a puzzler.
Right. I don't like to have to solve puzzles to be able to progress through my story. Like this is a first person shooter, so I bought this game to shoot people in the first person view,
and I think
not to do puzzles.
I think what they did with this, what they were hoping for, is a lot of times shooters don't last long.
I think the puzzles only gave extra like longevity to the levels. That's about it.
Correct. So I think that's what they really did, because I don't remember having this much stuff to do in any of the other ones. And in the original one, I can't say that at all, because it was like go through a maze, maze. Monster
find a key,
and
find a key to get through the door.
Yeah,
or something like that. That's not really a puzzle though, right?
Correct.
I actually liked this game.
You did?
Yeah.
How much you played it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I liked watching you play it.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was very clearly difficult, because there was a lot of times, where you had to try different things to whatever. But I liked all the climbing. Like how you jump and then you climb.
Use your burst.
Well, yeah. So I guess this is what I will say about it. It was a lot of excitement, and then it came to a screeching halt when it was time to solve a puzzle, or if you wanted to find a lot of the secret stuff, which there is a lot of secret stuff in the game. If you don't care anything about the secret stuff, then okay, you might the puzzles might slow you up a little bit, but you can keep it moving.
How many priests did you kill?
Priest? I don't remember.
So we're not trying to spoil anything, but it's 3 priests. The first one you kill pretty quickly, because you punch him in the head and you rip his head off. And then you bring his head in and you throw it in the middle.
Spoiler alert.
Of the other 2. Did you kill another one?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I mean, I killed a bunch of stuff.
Right. Well, you're going to kill a bunch of stuff in the game, because it's infested with demons. But
right.
But of my understanding, you need to kill the 3 priests. You kill one like really fast, then the other one becomes a trudge. You're just kind of trudging through. And what's funny to me is he's normally not animated, but when he played this game, it was like, what's going on there? Okay.
I need to see what was going on.
Right. And then the way that, you a lot of times, like with the one that took you a minute with it doesn't give you directions. It gives you like where something's located, but it won't tell you how to get there. So there were a couple times watching him, because I sure know I didn't get there, where you'd have to shoot, and then the door would open, or the spike doors would open, and then you would have to either fall to get in and then burst speed, or you would have to jump and then like float down and then burst speed. So it's a lot of...
So let me tell everybody out there about the difficult, for me, what was difficult about the game. It wasn't necessary. Now, the monsters are intrusive, meaning you're not going to just sit back and snipe.
No.
Even if they don't see you, because sometimes they didn't, they will still come after you. And not only will they come after you, but they'll be all up in your face. They will push you off ledges. They will jump off ledges themselves, fly around, and flank you from behind. Okay, but to me, that's not even the hard part. The hard part is... You talk about some crazy button combinations. I felt like I was playing a fighting game, where it's like that type of monster. That type of monster, I need to use the shotgun with this type of attachment to kill it quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to just use all my bullets on it and everybody else is going to kill me. So I had to switch to that, do that, then kill him. Okay, now here's another monster that I have to kill with a whole different weapon in a whole different type of way. So I got to go there, got to switch the attachment, got to do this, press up, this is, got to burst over here, it was way too many button combinations, and there was more to come because there was even more weapons to unlock. Correct. And more attachments and more skills for those weapons.
Now you could upgrade it and max it out, which I don't know if you did today or not. And then they gave you the other one if before you got into the multiplayer, if you wanted to see how it was to use a demon when you were getting your shotgun, it gave you that option as well. But it just seemed it's not a simple game. No, it
doesn't seem simple at all. But I like the I liked the chainsawing the people like in half or whatever, and I liked the perks where like you could choose how you're gonna like kill people and they would just like explode. I liked the music. Oh my gosh,
the music was dope. Now sometimes it got a little too hardcore for me, but for the most part, it was.
And you dope. enjoyed the graphics.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, graphics weren't like, I've seen better, but they were not bad.
No, they were good.
Yeah.
And even on the online play, that's where I really could see more the detail of the gear, his like the whole outfit, because you could actually, because they were standing there, so you could, I was like, man, that is intricate. Like, no, I'm not saying any more than anything else, a lot of other games, but but that's where I like the graphics to me stood out even more.
Okay.
So what else you got, Terence?
Besides the point that it's really, really hard. Really, really hard. And this is the thing. I tried to play it on, what was the third level? Nightmarish. That was a no.
Yeah. That's a no for me.
that was like the first break in. Oh, let me kick a door in. Oh, I'm good. I'll have like 3 or 4 to kill. I'm good. As we progressed and things would like sway to the left or sway to the right when you were trying to snipe them. No.
Speaking of sway to the left and right, sway to the left a little bit so the people can see you. People listening on Spotify right now, like, I don't know what you're talking about. AVersion TV on YouTube. Go check it out.
Check it out.
Anyway, I did play a little bit online. It was pretty basic. They only had one mode, and it was pretty. So if you think the game was hard, try playing online as a Slayer. Yeah. So basically, online mode is 3 people. 2 are demons. 1 is a Slayer. 2 on 1. Right. However, all of the monsters that appear are also demons. Right. So they're on their side. So it's you versus two people, and then all the rest of the demons are coming after you also. Yeah.
I didn't like the online play as much as I liked just the regular.
Now that was fun-ish. Like I think I didn't play it for very long, but I think I might have enjoyed it more than the actual campaign.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was everything I liked about the campaign, but it was just like, that's it.
It was just hectic.
Yeah, hectic, run around shooting, people coming at you, flying at you. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and then it's over.
I didn't like that as much.
No puzzles.
Yeah.
No ledges.
Put you off.
I wouldn't.
Now, one thing that I don't know how you felt about it, but one thing that kind of threw me off was when you were when you first started playing and you were in this, like, first of all, I couldn't even figure out where are you? What is this? Because it looks like a big castle or something, but it's like
ship, a fortress. I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah. And so I couldn't figure out how you kept up with where you were, because a lot of it all looked the same, and you were like, oh, I need to get to that thing over there, and then you would like point something else. I'm like, where? This all looks the same. I'm confused. And then later on in the game, you were going through something, and this is kind of gross, but I seriously was like, this looks like the inside of somebody's stomach. Like, it looks gross. I don't know where you are now, but I was a little confused about that. But I was impressed with how you kept up with where you were.
Well, they do give you a map.
I don't think I never used it. It wasn't a really useful map.
No,
for
because
me.
I think the map was, one, you're not going to open the map in the middle of a battle.
Right.
and a lot of stuff was always going on. So the map was not.
And it was just a weird 3D map that you can zoom in and zoom out and show different levels and stuff. It was really more difficult to read, and I wasn't gonna sit there and study it. I'll just keep it moving.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll just keep it moving. So a lot of sometimes the waypoint on the little map at the top wasn't helpful, especially when you had things on different levels. You would get to that location and it's like, oh, it's up there. Well, I need to figure out how to get upstairs now. But a lot of times, just follow the green stuff.
Yeah.
Like whatever's lit up green, that's probably the way you need to be going.
Or in some type of direction.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And in the beginning, there was that dog, right? That wolf. There was a wolf that kind of showed you the way. But once I got further, there was no more wolf. So it was like this green wolf that would appear and howl like over there. It's like, okay, that's where I need to go.
Terrence wasn't paying attention to any wolf.
No, it's dying too much.
Yeah, he was.
It's dying too much.
It's hard though. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I'll never claim it. Never been a claim to fame that I am like a top ranked shooter. I'm not ranked. Do I have a desire to be ranked? I don't. I play the game that I enjoy, and even if I die, I'm okay because this game really reminds me of Dead Space. I don't know if you remember Dead Space very much, but just the integral ways to die, it had that same feel, and it was dealing with demons as well, and it was in space, but it was a different style.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed what I played. Will I play some more? Probably. Will it probably take me to the end of the year to beat it? Probably, because just with him, there were a couple times when if he didn't change the weapon, like he said, you're just wasting ammo. Then you have to stop and go saw one in half if you have gas.
And don't try to saw with no gas.
Right.
That's going to be an instant death for you.
Yeah. And because in the big ones, it takes more to saw. And then the flamethrower gives you armor, but who has time to go pick it up if you're not in that area? So
it's a lot of run and gun. When I play this again, this game to me kind of came out at a bad time. Remember how we were talking about in this past fall, this past holiday season, there really wasn't a whole lot.
Right.
Yeah, I think it would have been better served coming out then. Even though it was a first person shooter and you had the big ones like Call of Duty and stuff like that in Borderlands, right? That might not have been a good thing to try to go up against. But now with it not being that great of a game, it's not bad. It's kind of short. Resident Evil 3 came out.
Right around the door.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is finally here. It's like, I doubt they made this game just as a play something until the big stuff comes out.
It was supposed to be a big title.
Right, it's supposed to be a big title. So maybe it would have been better coming out like January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's been pushed back how many times?
I don't know. Because like I said, this is your game.
It's been pushed back at least 3 times.
Oh wow!
Well, maybe that was the problem at the end of the day with this. Again, it's not bad. It's just play it and then just Resident Evil's came out.
No, let me say this because you're gonna have you still have other stuff coming out, and this one can be one of those. Oh, okay. I want to chill out on the Final Fantasy. This will give you something totally different.
Who's gonna say that? Who? If you watching and you playing Final Fantasy Remake and you say I'm gonna chill out on, don't watch our show no more.
Well, what if they're playing it like 18 hours a day? Maybe they need to chill out.
It's broken down in segments, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, I can't imagine it's gonna be that long. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they said it's the first. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be. They said at least 60. So yeah. It's gonna be some hours, but at the same point,
I can't imagine them stretching this one out to 60 hours.
Well, the game itself, the original game was long.
Not if you had skills.
Thank you. Video game. Shh.
Best game ever made. Anyway, back to Doom. I don't even know what else to say about the Doom.
The Doom.
Yeah, just get ready for a bunch of button combinations. Get ready to solve some puzzles. Get ready to do some ledge hopping, jump over here, do this, do that. I mean, some of the combinations, like you said, to get through, I got to shoot this green thing. It opens this thing up. I have to jump. I have to do a double jump. Then I have to do
5 seconds.
Yeah, I have to do a teleport. Then I get to a wall, and from that wall, I have to do the same thing over to another wall. The one thing, okay, this is the thing I made notes about a couple of weeks ago and then forgot about it. It's a situation where some of the secret stuff is hard to get because they close off the path you came from. Right? Like literally sometimes.
So you can't go back?
You can't go back. So once I noticed that, I was just like, whatever. I'll look for a couple of seconds. Okay, I see something there. I'll try it once or twice. After that, I'm gone. I'm moving on.
Let me say this, and on that note, what I did learn is when you're in the ship, it gives you the ability to do the mission over. Now, I'm not saying most people want to do a mission over.
Right.
But it gives you the ability. You can if you really wanted that purple key.
Yeah.
That you were trying to get. You could always go back and do it, but the going through the monsters and jumping and doing all that just to get to the key may put you off.
Yeah, but sometimes going back through the second time, you already know what the puzzle is, so it's easier. You're not trying to figure it out. You got better guns and more upgraded guns and maybe upgraded health. At that point now, if you go back through, if I go back right now with my current health and my guns and try to do level 1, I'll beat it in 10 minutes.
Right.
You know. Because all the monsters would die quickly from my plasma rifle. So anyway, and I think there was one more thing I wanted to say about the game, but I can't remember. I should start taking notes. Oh, the button combinations are so crazy. So here's the mistake I made. Put the game in, fired it up. Like, man, Terence going to be ready to play this week, do the podcast this weekend because this is his game and he crunk about it. So anyway, I'm playing, right? And I played it like a lot like that first day. Then like I didn't play. Then when I came to pick it up, like you thought I was joking. Like I didn't remember the buttons. That's how complex some of the button combinations are.
Well, I remember you saying it too. Like you were trying to do something. I think you were trying to jump to get something and you were like, okay, I'm making this up, but it was something like, okay, X, X, Y, down, right, jump. Okay, no, wait. X, Y, down, right, jump.
I do remember that. That wasn't because I couldn't remember the buttons. That was like, there was a certain sequence of buttons I needed to hit.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Trying to figure out what the I'm talking about I'm not talking about you not remember. I'm talking about the complexity of having to get something.
Right, but me, I'm talking about I literally didn't remember the buttons.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, I died a lot when I picked it back up because I was trying to do my flamethrower and it's like I couldn't remember the button to do the flamethrower. Again, if you run up to a monster, right, that's why.
Why? I didn't have problems with the buttons. I didn't have problems with the buttons.
Well, you also didn't play it and then stop for like 2 weeks.
No, I played it and it became hard and I stopped. So I bought it the same time you did, but it was very quickly noted it's a hard game.
Yeah.
Again, that's why we had the conversation in round 2. Like, why did you buy this? Anyway.
Did you know it was a notorious hard game though?
So one of my coworkers, shout out to Brian.
Shout out.
Yay.
This is his baby.
Oh.
And he's been waiting for this forever.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is, and maybe that's different, the button combination, he plays it on PC.
Oh.
So
that is different.
He both the Dooms that he played had been on PC and he wasn't going to get it for console anyway. So for him, the button combination is different because the keyboard's right in front of you.
Right.
Where for us, we're not paying attention. Once we get to a point, we're not looking at the buttons anymore. We're not even paying attention to them. We're wanting to kind of muscle memory. Sometimes, depending on how they came at you, it doesn't really matter.
Well, what I will say, the credit I will give this game is, I don't know if it was a direct PC port. We do know, generally speaking, Doom was a PC game. This might be one of the best as far as the mechanics and the movement, one of the better Half-Life, and I use that just because, type FPS from PC port to console that I've played. Even better than Fallout, because Fallout still very much had that PC feel to it. Like when you were trying to shoot and move and maneuver, it just had that real stiff PC, but this felt a little bit more natural, like it was native to being a console FPS.
And it's so funny you say that is because most PCers would say that the console is more stiff than the.
That's trash. PC, just trash. And what I will say is it was Bethesda, so it gave me some the last
hope.
No, there was no hope there because the last 2 Bethesda games I played was trash.
Well, I'm saying with this one, it gave you hope that moving forward they.
No. I mean before I put it in. Well, as I put it in, Bethesda popped up. I'm like, oh Lord, it's gonna be another trash game. It was better than Youngblood though. But to what you said before, to your credit, we didn't play Youngblood on a powerful system. I'm assuming it wasn't going to be that much better on Xbox and on PlayStation.
No, not graphically.
So,
it was better than Fallout 76.
What?
This game, Doom.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, no. It was too much stuff to do, and Fallout 76 wasn't a bad game. It didn't live up to expectations. I don't really think there was a whole lot of expectations for Doom Eternal. Nothing close to what Fallout 76 had.
Well, okay. So those who played the previous Doom and where I work, there was that desire to play. So, and we heard a lot about it.
But desire to play and expectations are 2 different things.
Well, their expectations were...
You had a desire to play State of Decay 2, but you didn't expect it to be the best zombie game ever made.
I think that the expectations were high.
Yeah.
The high for Doom, because that's why I got pushed back. Because the expectations that they had and they felt that the consumer had, they needed to make those changes to make sure that those expectations were met. Now,
I just can't remember a game with higher expectations more recently. Like over the past 10 years, it had to have been Fallout 76. Like that is like the biggest game with the most hype around it in a long time. Like maybe Final Fantasy 14 when it first came out, there was a hype and expectation there that fell way short. I don't really think there was a lot of other games that.
Yeah, I think Doom
Doom was not even close, man.
There was an expectation. No, but having high expectations and being higher than another game's expectations, you can't quantify that. There were high expectations for Doom.
For who?
For those who wanted to play the game.
For 500,000 people versus 30 million people?
Wait, but are we having a conversation about which had higher expectations, or are we just talking about it had high expectations?
I'm saying it didn't have high expectations, and I'm saying Fallout 76 had high expectations.
Yeah.
Just...
I know that there were a lot who...
You're saying for more people, though. Fallout 76 had...
Right. Nobody cares about Doom. How about I just say it like that then, to make it more simple. Nobody cares about Doom. Almost everybody cared about Fallout 76. It didn't meet 30 million people's expectation, but it was still better than Doom Eternal.
So as you say, if you have comments about it and expectations, drop your comments
in the comments section below. AVersion TV. Even if you're listening to the podcast audio only, there's a comment section somewhere, especially on SoundCloud. So you can drop it down there. Let's get into the score price point. How much would you pay? Do you recommend people paying for this game?
I recommend. I'd say 45.
Wow.
I'd say 45. It's not a $64 game. I would say 45.
I was going in between 40 and 45. I couldn't make up my mind. My final after I played online was 40.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a lot there online. Now I'm assuming they're going to put out some DLC. They're going to do something, but it's just like,
like I said, and right now right now, if you go to your local Target or you go to your local Walmart, they're having deals. Right now, you can get this for $49 at Walmart, and if you go to Target, it's
but they shouldn't go do that because you just said it was only worth $45. So,
but if you go to Target,
but you may not be able to get it for $45.
Right. So really, right now, I know everybody's in this in that state. Hopefully, social distancing. And if you are, this would be a good game for you to play at the house. And it is, as he said, complex, button wise. You can always have friends over to help you play the game.
Just
he
sit
don't like
6
it.
feet apart.
Yeah, he may not like it, but
Who's he? What are you talking about? I hate online games. I'm down for people coming over and let's play on the local. I'm down for local multiplayer all day long. I hate online gameplay.
Yeah, I like online.
It's limited. It's chaotic. It's random. Not for me.
Then I don't get the chaos. So
okay.
Depends on what you play.
So when we play Call of Duty and we just kept respawning and there was 2 helicopters out there just shooting us as we respawned, there was nothing chaotic about that. And we had our whole team not doing anything. They kept running out with a shotgun and a pistol trying to shoot down the helicopters. Nothing chaotic about that, right? That's just normal everyday fun
game.
life.
That's one game.
That's normal everyday fun online gaming. Huh?
Every game is not like that.
Just saying. You just said you didn't get the chaotic. I just gave you an example
of one game.
Can't drop this mic. It's attached to a boom. I've been saying that a lot over the past 2 years. Now the people on YouTube can see it. Anyway.
It wasn't a mic drop moment, but you.
Yeah, I'll drop that mic on you.
And in your own world.
Yeah, I dropped that mic on.
You keep on going with that. That wasn't no mic drop.
Anyway. Y'all got anything else?
And then you try to, and you shush me.
I'm not shushing. I mean, we got to.
Okay. I had nothing to say.
You got nothing else I'm doing? Okay.
I'm good.
You good? Well, let's go ahead and do the social media thing one more time. ANX Gamecast everywhere, meaning social media. Wherever you get your favorite podcasts, we are there also. On YouTube, look up AVersion TV. We're the one that is not in Spanish. I'm just saying.
We are in English.
That's the easiest way to distinguish between the two that are out there. One is older and hadn't put out videos in 5 years and is in Spanish. That's not us. The other one, find it, AVersion TV. You will see ANX Gamecast content there along with the weekly update and ANX verses and all kind of other good stuff. Hit that. Go subscribe. I'm going to say it here first. It's the first time you're hearing this. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway on YouTube. We're more than halfway there. So just go out, hit the subscribe button, like some videos, and hit the notification bell so you will be first to know when we drop new videos.
That's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening to ANX Gamecast. Join us next week where we will have our full Animal Crossing New Horizons review. See you next time.
State of Decay 2.